Yes, sir.
Johnny, what's up, man?
Everything's good.
All right.
Trying to.
Technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right.
Hey, Miss Sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all. What up? What up? I'm finna
Not
do a
much.
little questionnaire with my boy, man, trying to get to know what's going on, on his end. What's your name, man, for the viewers?
Well, after the OJ trial, I changed my name to Johnnie Cochran. My birth name is Jonathan Cochran, but I was trying to win prom king at Arnwood, so I changed my name to Johnnie Cochran. Stole a couple of election votes, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of stuck.
Johnny Cochran.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Where you from, Johnny?
Right here in Tampa. Right here in Tampa. Grew up in 42nd in Chelsea, uh, Williams Park, Grant Park, all in that area. Yeah.
Okay. What was it like growing up? You had your parents.
Growing up was growing up was an experience. My mom, she had me at a young age, so she was still at home with her parents. Um, but that was a tremendous opportunity for me because I was able to receive the music lessons from her brother, and then I was able to receive like humor from her sister. Her sister's real humorous, so I got that from her. And then her younger brother, he went to the military and was all in athletics and whatnot. Got that from him. My grandfather, being around him, I was able to call him dad. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else was calling him dad. So little old me, I
Right.
was like, hey, dad. Uh, my grandmother, I was able to call her mom. You know what I'm saying? But now I had two moms in the house at that point in time. So I got extra. I can't even lie. And that's my mentality right now. I try to do a lot of extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm always like, oh, I could do this, I'm, multitasking all the time.
So siblings.
Siblings. I got a little brother named Willie. I have Shemkeisha and Lakeisha. Yeah, and then we have a step sister named Lupe
Where
Johnson.
you at? Where you at in that?
I'm the oldest. Yeah. My mom had me at a young age, so I almost grew up like with my aunties and uncles and moms. You know what I'm saying? When as I got older, everybody thought I was my mom's brother or something like that. So, cause especially since I was calling my grandma mama and my granddaddy daddy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it got kind of, but it worked out.
Okay. For the most part, pretty good upbringing. So
Yeah,
made it
man.
through.
The upbringing, um, it was structured. It was structured, and then I was able to see the family life. Then after the family life, I was able to get into the whole my mom going out and getting her own place. You know what I'm saying? So now I can see my mom, going through her struggles with relationships and whatnot. Uh, I could feel the loneliness of not having that whole family group around you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's only you. You kind of feel like it's you and your mom and the world or whatever and the rats. We went from family life to the projects. And my grandmother, she did it. She was like, look, she said one day she was sitting there, she was in bed sleep. She said I came walking up to her room and knocked on the door and was like, Grandma, I'm hungry. And she said my mama was in the bed laid out. So she was like, all right. She fixed me a bowl of cereal, called around, got an apartment, was like, very next day, here go your keys.
Right,
You and
right.
Jonathan go. You know what I'm saying? But I love that she did that because from that moment, you know what I'm saying, I knew, my mama knew, you know what I'm saying, hey, ain't no slacking, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it done, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no laying around, you know what I'm saying?
I like
So,
that.
right. And that's the mentality that
So
my family has given me throughout life. Yeah.
what was school like?
Ooh.
Uh, man, we're getting older, so let's skip grammar school. What was high school like for you? Shout out to how you already said Armwood.
Armwood. Shout out to Armwood
What was
High
that like?
School.
What kind of student were you? What was high school like for you?
High school. I was, man, again, I was multitasking. So I was like, I was in JROTC. I was uh I was on the football team. Uh I was doing like musical stuff, talent shows. Um we had the little high school stripper thing. We was doing that too. We had all the dudes, they doing all the dancing and stuff, doing that, stepping. It was fun, and I wasn't the bad kid, but I was that kid that what I'm saying, make a couple of daughters mad.
Okay.
Yeah. So um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was the '90s. It was the '90s,
I was
man.
there. I'm a little under, but I was there.
Yeah,
I went to King High School,
yeah.
and boy,
Oh
yes,
yeah.
sir. I went to Brandon for a little bit, but for the most part, I one day I'm gonna give my story, you know. But you get out of high school,
uh,
young adult. What was life like for you?
I went straight to the military. I went straight to the. I had plans. I was like, man, I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna go to college, and I'm gonna do that and other. And nope. Went straight to the military. Got in there. Became an alcoholic. Became a partier. And that's when life kind of got kind of like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you come from the family life with the church folks, and you home, and you got eyes on, what I'm saying. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm the good little boy, what I'm saying. That's why all I was doing wrong was just, I had a girlfriend, whatever, and then that girl, but nothing, real mischievous. uh but then
What
when
was your MOS?
I was a fueler. I was a fueler. What happened was, I took my friend down to the station to sign up for the military.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting in the hallway. Sergeant comes up. He's like, "Hey, why are you here? Maybe you should join." I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm going to college." He was like,
Right.
"Nah, nah, you should join," and this, that, and the other. And he started talking. He started talking. Before I knew it, I had to took a test, and they was like, "Well, these are the test scores, and this is the job that y'all could get." And I'm looking at him, and my homeboy. He looking at me, and he's like, "I'm gonna do it." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, let's do it." Sign them papers. That summer, he failed summer school. My homeboy failed summer school, and I ended up going by my. Cause you know the buddy system thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we.
Yeah.
That's what we. So we done swore in and everything, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, all right, we going, we going. This. He failed 12th grade, and I ended up going by myself. I ended up.
Oh,
I was like. I was like,
well,
I
you
wasn't
done
even supposed
signed.
to go.
You done
I
signed.
took you. But yeah, but you know
Hey,
what?
I thought you was gonna say he didn't score well on the ASVAB or something, but he didn't finish high school.
He ain't even go. Like he was sitting there trying to figure out ways to get out. I think what I'm saying. Like, and
So,
because I
so, 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 what parts of the world did you see? How far did you go?
well, um, Fort Knox, Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Basic
uh,
training.
Missouri. That was the two little training spots. Or Virginia. Georgia was my
Yeah.
first little unit thing, what I'm saying, where I was there. Um, but Georgia was just too close to home. So like every weekend I was in Tampa. When I moved to El Paso, oh my goodness.
Oh man, Texas.
Right there by Mexico. Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Boy, and I'm an alcoholic, and I could walk across the bridge, and I can what? And I could do this and I could do that. And the laws over there ain't the laws over here. Oh
Right.
man. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I made two kids in El Paso. Yeah. El Paso. You trust me. You gotta nah. I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more. But nah, you
Yeah.
gotta take a trip. You gotta take a trip with me to El Paso. My homeboy got a little mini mansion down there. You know what I'm saying? We go down there and oh my god, it's
Oh man.
like the last time I went, like them boys still at it. We was a bad crew. We was some bad boys. Like we could be sitting around the house and be like, yo, we finna have a party. Like, what we gonna do? What we gonna? All right. So, how much money we got? Oh, we got about $30. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy a cube of beers, and we're gonna buy that one nasty vodka, a couple of chasers, some chips, this, that, and the other. Hey, invite that one cat, that one dude who got that money. Tell him to bring 2 bottles. Boom, got him going. So it's us four. Got him. All right. We got to add like 3 more lame ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? So they can come in. No, no,
Right.
no, no. Add three. Now we got 10 guys. All right, so what women? We would go to the mall and just be like, hey, you want to kick it later? And oh sure, sure, sure.
Of course. Got on that valor.
Just horrible, just horrible, just horrible. Like I
I
think
can
back to it
imagine.
now, like it's so bad to the point where like when I get texts from people from back in the days, I be like, yo, so how you doing? I pray that everything's okay. I pray that blah 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 blah. Because I feel bad, you know what I'm saying, for some of those situations. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
now that I got a little girl, you know, it's like, whoa, I don't
Right.
want nobody.
Right. It comes back. Hopefully it don't. Hopefully
Right.
we ain't do mess up too much.
Exactly.
Cause I got
Exactly.
2 girls. I got 3 girls, and
Mm.
I don't want that. You know.
Right.
So, being a young adult, relationship wise, you have any advice on how to maintain a healthy relationship on both sides? Because we made our mistakes. We'll be here all day talking about where we messed up.
Right.
What can a young person know that it'll take on both ends to make that thing work?
Well, first of all, it's pointless to get into a relationship if you're just looking for somebody that you want to hold a hand and this, that, and the other because you're lonely. It's almost pointless. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get into a relationship, you want to be actually uh, at the stage of life where you want to like build a foundation and build from there. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be husband and wife type material. You know what I'm saying? Because everything outside of that, it works, yes, but you got to be one minded with the persons who you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You got to be to a point where it's like one. Yeah, we are one. We gonna share this. We gonna share that. We ain't gonna hide this. We ain't gonna hide that. And most people they wait until they get in these tight, secure relationships where it's like if you flinch, they looking like what you done did, and then they start trying to build themselves up. It doesn't work like that. You gotta build yourself on your own time. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get into a
Like y'all,
relationship.
y'all from 2 different worlds.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect him and her to understand things the same. So
Right.
give each other time to adjust.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard.
It is. It is.
it,
I know.
it's hard. I believe the
I understand.
reward is not worth the risk. I don't want to. I think we kind of going out, but I don't know. I don't think I want to be in a situation right now where a woman would be like, okay, you need to call me every day. You need to do this every day because I'm in a situation where I need to work on myself. I understand that I messed up when I was younger. I understand that I have great opportunities right now to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be selfish. I wouldn't be selfish to get into a relationship and try to make that person understand that they have to wait on me. You know what I'm saying? Because they have their own life. And if I'm not trying to make that person my wife, then why what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm prolonging what they could have done. I'm prolonging what all the steps they
Yeah,
could have did.
wasting years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad when you have like those young women and those young men who they go through three or four relationships in like 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So now they all confused. They don't know if they should go back or go forward. You know what I'm saying? They trying to figure out, well, this guy, he was tall, so maybe I should date a short guy this time. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have nothing to do with that.
This guy spoiled me,
Right.
but this guy cheated on me,
Right.
and this guy like to beat on me.
and
So
this and this guy
now
ugly.
which guy? I'm telling you, man, it go both ways, man. One
Yeah.
woman got everything you need, but she don't cook.
Right.
One woman is a great cook, but she
Mm-hmm.
lazy.
Yep.
So yeah, it's crazy out here for everybody. So what do you go? What are you doing now that keeps you sane, that keeps you going, that keeps you moving? Any type of health tips or meditation or prayer or anything that keeps you
Definitely.
mentally there?
Well, first of all, what I try to do, and I'm doing this recording in my bathroom because I don't want my daughter. She definitely likes to steal the show. Um, I have this oil. This oil is from my 100-year-old grandmother. Well, not from her, but I had her pray over it. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is what I try to do every day. I try to get in this bathroom and get that oil and put it all over my body
Okay,
as a covering. Because that oil represents the blood of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like olive oil when they put it on your head to pray and all that other stuff. That's
right.
the representation. So I use that oil. I rub everywhere. When I have where I have my scars at, I'm like, Lord, I thank you for it could have been worse. All my injuries, Lord, I thank you that this came back. I go all the way to my head. Um, Once I do that, you have to set a tone for your day. You can't get up and be like, oh, let me check this Instagram and let me see what's going on and blah blah blah. Because your mind's gonna see that, and that's what you're gonna project for the rest of your day. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about the fact that you're waking up and it's time for you to do the best you, the best impression. Because every day is a present, and it's named present because it's the gift. We don't have to be here. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to wake up, but every day that you have a second chance to get up and clean a little room or pay a bill or go to work, you know what I'm saying? You have to. It's the little bounds that builds the building, not the I got that bag, but you don't have nothing to secure that, so that bag gone. You know what I'm saying? Food,
Go
rent, bam, 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 bam. Instead of
every 30 days.
exactly, exactly, and I think that's the main problem. Everybody chasing a bag right now. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody really like. And then college is college is nuts now. You know what I'm saying? And you can't get a regular job and think you're gonna make it.
Oh hell,
It's
man,
we.
preach, bro. My bad. Go ahead, man.
No, you good. But it's like you we have to come to some type of solution where either we're doing it like all the rest of the races, where we get coming together and building amongst each other, because that's how my family did it. I thank my grandma every single day. I thank her. She my grandfather, he was I think 17. She was 15 and a half. We talking about 19, whatever. And he went up to her. They had planned out to get married, and then he got to the point where he was like, "Well, you know what? I don't think we should get married." And that 15 and a half year old little girl told that 17-year-old man at that time, "It's now or never." After she said that, at 16 and a half, she was signing the deed to her house. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like they had them moved over in Ybor City. I-4 had started getting built up. Once I-4 started getting built up, it was like, hey, we want to buy your house. So it's like, boom, free house. Okay. And they just built on that. Everywhere they went, they kept building. They kept building. You know what I'm saying? And that's where family wealth start. Then after that, you have to be mature enough to be like, okay, I got this foundation. What I'm gonna do with it? Am I going to give it back to the people, or I'm gonna
Right.
keep it because I have other kids? You know what I'm saying? And maybe they want to be the way I am right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And matter of fact, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna try to build a little bit more on here. You know what I'm saying? So that they'll have a little bit nicer than I have it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what it is. It's family and family wealth. It's all about passing down. It's all about, hey, I did my part. I did this.
Inherited.
Yes, here you go.
Inherited.
Okay, yeah, I got this. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make this better. Here. You know what I'm saying? And I think this generation doesn't understand that we gotta die one day. Like we spending money like we spending money like we don't want it.
You
And it's
right, bro.
sickening. It's sickening, you know what I'm saying? Like it hurts. And I was that one too. I was just like that. I was that person. I was that person, and now I'm on a mission to try to tell whoever will
Right.
listen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a better way.
Right. Lastly, do you want anybody to follow you on anything to get more info on what you're doing? Because I think I'm going
Yeah.
dead here real soon,
Okay.
and we could
Uh,
definitely do a part two in a better setting.
yes, sir.
But you want anybody to follow you on any social media?
Well, I don't have it. All I have is my Instagram, my Facebook, everything else, and it's all Johnnie Cochran, Jonnie, Cochran. Um, and also, I play for four churches a Sunday. So, see, Spring of Life, Church of God in Christ. I play there at 9:30. Temple of Deliverance. I play there. Temple of Deliverance Outreach. I play there at 11 o'clock. Bible Church of God Tampa. I play there at 12 o'clock. And Bread of Life in Wesley Chapel. I play there at 3 o'clock. So yeah, every Sunday. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely we can pick back up because we do a lot of outdoor ministries where we're not just out there preaching and all that other stuff. We're actually giving back to the community. We're actually, speaking to the people, you know what I'm saying, like normal people. We're actually dressed normal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I
I'll
want to be
invite
a
you out to the
part of
next
that
one.
for
Yes,
sure.
definitely
I
invite you out to the
definitely
next
do.
one. Yes, sir.
And then I wanted to talk about Auntie Jean, but like I say, this phone I gotta hurry up and get it on
Got you.
charger. And
Well, look,
you remember my Auntie Jean?
I think so. I think. Hold up.
Um, she passed away.
Wait, what?
Adrian and Tanya's mama.
Got you. I didn't know that. I had
Y'all
no
used to be
idea.
on Facebook, and I say, "How you know Johnny?" And I think she used to talk to your daddy or something.
That you know what? You are
That's
absolutely
my
right.
aunt.
That's one thing. That's one thing we could go about talking about next time. I have PTSD, so my memory be like.
Okay, got you, got
So,
you.
but yeah,
Auntie Jean, man. Yep.
yeah. Man, I used to love her, man. She used to cook for me all the time, man. I used to see all the time. She, she was a very bright, loving